and welcome to today's video. The video for today is going to be a bit strange, but I'm actually hoping that it becomes a series down the line in the future for the channel. To quickly explain the topic of the video today before we actually get into it, this is my dad's idea, surprisingly. He has come up with a couple ideas for this channel before, but this one is very interesting, I will say. So, to make it a short story, of course, I was talking to him about how I grew up a lot on the computer because he taught me how to use the computer at an early age and I did a lot of stuff on it, and he made an interesting idea of what if I shared a lot of the stuff I did as a kid on the computer, nostalgic as it were kind of thing, and called the series My Computer Was My Babysitter. I'm not going to go into full detail what that story means, but let's just say I was a very lonely child, so that's kind of where the name kind of comes from that way. But yeah, this is pretty much how the video came to be. So for the topic today, I'm going to be talking about Newgrounds, since I watched quite a bit of it growing up before watching YouTube regularly, and I wanted to go into like some of the details on like who created the videos and just overall why I wanted to just kind of show them off to you guys. So with that, we're going to go into the details of the history of Newgrounds just a little bit first, and then we can dive right into the main topic of the video fully. So for the history of Newgrounds, I'm not going to go into like crazy detail of the history of the website, because that in and of itself is like a video, so that's not really what this is today. I also am very positive there's a lot of people who have covered this topic before, so if you're curious, you know, I'm sure you could just look it up that way. But yeah, this is just like the basics if you just don't really quite know what Newgrounds is. Maybe you've heard of it before, but you're not quite sure what it is. So yeah, that's what this is. So Newgrounds is a website that allows for people to post their creations to, things like games, art, music videos, and animation. The site was created by Tom Felt in 1995, and the headquarters and offices are in Glenside, Pennsylvania. The site, of course, predates YouTube and was very important to internet culture, as it set a lot of groundwork for sites like, of course, YouTube and other social media platforms for how content can be seen, made, and get popular. What I'm about to read is taken directly from the Wikipedia page for how it shaped the internet in the 2000s, so this is a quote-unquote. In the 2000s, Newgrounds played an important role in internet culture and in internet animation and independent video gaming in particular. It has been called a distinct time in gaming history, a place where many animators and developers cut their teeth and gained a following long before social media was even a thing, and a haven for fostering the greats of internet animation. So that's an end quote there. So in a nutshell, Newgrounds was YouTube before it was a thing, pretty much, but you can play games and stuff like that on it as well. I'm just going to be talking about the videos today, so yeah, anyway, with that, we're going to get into the first video I want to talk about. So for the first video, I'm going to cover the Ultimate Showdown, since I know if I don't talk about it even a little bit, someone's going to come and have a complaint, and I don't want that. So since I did grow up watching this video, and it's, of course, one of the most popular videos on Newgrounds, I think it's probably the first thing when you think of Newgrounds is this video, so I'm going to be covering it first. Note for this video, too, I'm also really going to go into the bare minimum of the history of this one, because, again, I'm pretty sure someone probably has went into much more detail of this. It's, again, just basics if you need it. So here is the rundown. The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, or usually just shortened to Ultimate Showdown, is a song that references all kinds of pop cultures from many different time periods like Batman, Godzilla, Hulk Hogan, and many more. It's a story type song about all these characters battling to the death for one winner to remain. That being, funnily enough, spoilers if you've never seen it, is Mr. Rogers. The song was created by Neil Cicierega under the name Lemon Demon. It was animated by Sean Foley's under the name Alt4, hopefully I pronounced that right, and the video was released on December 22nd, 2005. The song originally then came out on Lemon Demon's fifth studio album called Dinosaur Churesta. I know it sounded weird how I pronounced it. I'm making sure I'm trying to pronounce as best as possible because I don't want anyone to come after me. Anyway, it was released on July 20th, 2006. The video on Newgrounds has 13,369,693 views. That is not even including all the re-uploads that are all over YouTube. So, yeah, take that as you will. Now for some little fun thoughts that I have about the video. I watched this video pretty young, which probably I shouldn't have, with how gory it was at times. I mean, probably in general, I shouldn't have been on the internet as a child in general, but you know, here we are. It's quite normal, I suppose, nowadays, isn't it? That's very sad. Anyway, But it was fun to look back at this as an adult for the fun little references in the video. I mean, of course, I knew who Batman was, and I was a wrestling fan, so I know who, like, Hulk Hogan was, but there were some, like, little subtle things that I did not really know of much at the time, so, yeah, I could say I watched Bill and Ted's, Great Adventure, so that's a little fun nugget there. But, yeah, I do wonder, has anyone even, like, broken down, like, all the references in the video? Like, it makes me wonder. Like, I want to know. If not, for some reason, or just in general, if you want me to make that as a video itself, let me know. I'm curious anyway. With that, let's get on to the next video. So for the next video, while not very well known, the creator that did the video that I am going to be talking about is Joan and Mark, which is a 2-day animated flash video posted on Newgrounds on October 23rd, 2005. We're gonna go into the history of the creator first before I talk more about the video versus what I did the last video. So, the video was made by Hot Diggity Demon, also known as Max Giardi, and was born in Massachusetts on January 28th, 1988, which currently makes him 36 years old. He started making videos on Newgrounds in 2003 when he was a teenager, making animations like Joan and Mark, Adam Android, about a super-powered robot boy, and Spookyville, USA, about a town of monsters. He's moved away from posting from Newgrounds, but still does content on YouTube where I believe most people would know of him nowadays. The content he creates is similar to the stuff he did on Newgrounds, with making animated little shorts, as well as reviews in a series that he has called Brain Dump, where he covers a wide range of topics with his ghost friend named Goofball. However, he has slowed down on his animations because as of May 3rd, 2024, which is quite recent, Max announced that he was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which is chronic pain throughout the whole body. However, he is still doing content by streaming, which he calls the series Relax with Max, where he mostly plays video games and interacts with his fans. And now we can move back onto the information of the video itself. So this is from the description of the video, so this is the quote. The Adventures of Joan and Mark is a story of a one-armed boy and a one-eyed girl hunting bounties in the Old West. Don't bother asking me why does this happen, or why does that happen. All the answers in the cartoon, there's no deeper meaning. So yeah, it's a fun video, just made for funsies. The song used in the video is called White by Bon Bon Blanco. The band is a Japanese rock group from 2002 and ended 2009, though they don't have an official, really, announcement that they ever quit. Just from the Wikipedia page, it just says from 2002 to 2009. Anyway, the video on Newgrounds has 325,313 views, and on its archive channel has 6,254 views. By the way, this is when I was writing the script, so if this has changed, like, drastically or whatever by the time this comes out, don't yell at me if it's not quite right. I'm doing my best, alright? And now some more fun thoughts with this video. Honestly, I just want to gush how great the animation has held up over the years for this one. Not to say that the animation from the last video or any of these videos were bad at all, but it's just so expressive and fun to watch with this video about how detailed it is. It's really interesting. Honestly, I'm surprised this also never became a series or something, as I feel like it would have been a fun concept to explore more of this world, but again, this was made just for the sake of a little fun concept idea. So, that's it does show. So I'm glad with that part, and I think that's why it's held up so well. So with that, we're gonna move on to the final video that I'm gonna be talking about today. So for the last video that I'm covering for today, this has a bit of a backstory for it, but I'm gonna wait for like the final thoughts section before I go into it. So we're gonna go into like the video details as per usual that we've been doing so far. So the last video is called No Music, No Life, which is a 2D, 3D animated music video with stick figures dancing to music. I say 3D because it has like a kind of 3D style to it too, with a 2D kind of thing. It's interesting. I don't know how else to describe it. Just look at the clips I'm showing on screen, you'll understand what I mean. The video was posted on October 13th, 2005 by N201. He's a Korean animator and has made many other animations on the site as well, including one, or technically ONE, which seems to be his most popular video on the site, it seems. He's joined the site the same day as No Music, No Life was posted, which is interesting. His last video on the site that is viewable was made on January 23rd, 2020. No Music, No Life has 270,673 views. The song used in the video is called The Last Scene, which was made by Viva Soul featuring Hong Dong-kin. Viva Soul is a Korean band, as well as Hong Dong-kin is also a Korean artist. This is from the video description. It's very short and simple, but enjoy the life. Which, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a nice, it fits the overall vibe of the video as well. So now for the story I mentioned earlier in the video, since we're on the some thoughts portion of this area. I saw this video as a kid a lot, and then I stopped watching Newgrounds by the time it was like the early 2010s, since YouTube was really kicking off at that point. I totally and completely forgot the title of this video, and I really didn't have much of memory other than the stick figure characters with, you know, their hairstyles and stuff like that, and at one point in part of the video they were dancing on keyboards. It bothered me for years that I couldn't find this video, so sometime last year, I think maybe by the end of last year or so, I finally buckled down and I thoroughly searched the site until I, you know, of course, found it. After well over a decade, I found the video again, and the search was totally worth it because it was really fun and, like, so cool to watch again. It's such great animation, it's very smooth and just done so well. So yeah, that's why I included in this video and why I saved it for last. So yeah, I hope that you all go and watch all these videos I mentioned. But anyway, I'm gonna go on to the outro and put some final thoughts. Well, that was really fun to be able to go back and watch these videos again after so long for some of these ones, as they're very nostalgic to me. As I mentioned, I grew up with Newgrounds before obviously moving on to YouTube. It was a very simpler time. People just made content for fun and to show off their creativity and all that. It actually surprises me that Newgrounds is still active, even if it's not really the same as it was over 20 years ago, maybe more than that. I could have shared more videos, but I just couldn't fit them all in one video. So if you're interested and you want me to go back to talking about Newgrounds again, let me know. I can cover those other videos I never had the chance to. Also, if any other suggestions on what I should cover next, let me know. I have a couple ideas already for what I want to do, but if you have anything you want to share or whatnot, let me know, because I'm down to take suggestions, of course. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you like it, dislike it, comment below what you thought, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. So, bye guys!